I'm exploring Katong Shopping Centre today, a place I honestly never thought I'd step foot in. And because we love a good budget breakdown, stick around until the very end where I'll reveal exactly how much cash I dropped in this retro playground. Fun fact, this glorious blue block is actually Singapore's first ever air-conditioned mall. It hasn't changed a bit since the 1970s. The architecture is unique. To be completely frank, I avoided this place for years because it was giving off major haunted vibes. But after 2 years of living in the area, the local gossip got to me. People kept raving about the legendary chicken rice inside. I finally faced my fears and it did not disappoint. I went in, I tried the chicken rice, and now I'm dragging my friends here ever since. So today, we're doing a mini vlog tour of my actual go-to places. Let's go. Right at the entrance, you're greeted by vending machines selling orange juice, apple juice, sugarcane juice, and even flowers. We're kicking off our tour with a very important local celebrity. Meet the neighbourhood rooster. We hear this absolute legend every single morning without fail. He's fierce, fearless, independent, and always walks alone. Look at that feather shine. Honestly, he's a handsome one. Let's head upstairs to fuel up. This is About Coffee Co., and they make low-key one of the best coffees in the East. I always get my usual latte or matcha latte here. It's a cozy, minimalistic space hidden away from the chaos of the main road. Sometimes, Mr. Rooster makes a cameo appearance outside while I sip my latte. I've tried almost every cafe in Katong over the years, but I always come back here. The coffee is incredibly smooth, no bitter taste. A couple of doors down is Auntie Peng's, but we're going to visit the original flagship basement store in a minute. Now, if you didn't know, Katong Shopping Centre is famous for two things: incredible food and being the unofficial headquarters for maid agencies. There are training centres everywhere, but we're bypassing the employment agencies to hunt down Singapore's most famous banana pie. And here is where the local drama gets delicious. The original baker of the famous banana pie used to work at the legendary Dona. After her husband passed away, she decided to open her own shop right next door called Auntie Peng, using her original recipe. And there's Auntie Peng herself at work. I grab a slice of the banana pie, plus a coconut pastry that just came out of the oven. To compare, we have to visit Dona too. It's now run by the founder's daughter, who has the original recipe but apparently modernized it. It's time for a taste test. We're sitting down at the Golden Cafe food court, which was renovated recently, so it's looking fresh. Both of these are still warm, so heavenly. There's a golden baked banana custard filling, hand crimped short crust pastry, topped with a toasted nutty crust. On the outside, they look identical, but look closer on the inside. Auntie Peng's, the top one, is way denser and tightly packed. Dona looks a bit fluffier with larger banana chunks. So, my verdict. I found Dona to be buttery, fluffy, flaky, and Auntie Peng's to be dense, slightly less sweet, more crumbly, with a more pronounced nutty top layer. Honestly, both completely melt in your mouth. The difference is so minimal, but if I was forced to choose, I'd order Auntie Peng's. Oh, and this coconut pastry from Auntie Peng, wow. The filling is warm, juicy, and not overwhelmingly sweet. Absolute perfection. Alright, we need to save room for chicken rice, so let's pack the rest away because it's time for my next appointment. I'm heading over to Ghostbusters. No, Bill Murray isn't here. Established in 2003, they do everything from Bazzy Destiny consultations, luck enhancement, to actual exorcisms. I opted for the most mild vanilla option, a 30-minute Bazzy Destiny reading with the Grandmaster, mostly just for fun. All I had to hand over was my date and time of birth. The verdict? He told me some pretty obvious things. Watch my health when I hit my 50s, avoid family disputes, and focus on wealth building as I age. But the one thing he emphasized a lot? My lucky colours. Apparently, I must wear them at all times. To be completely honest, it felt a bit superficial, and a good chunk of the time was spent trying to upsell me on expensive rituals and spells to boost my luck. The hard sell really put me off, but if you're into metaphysics, this is a quirky experience to try once. Moving on. It's finally time for the main event, chicken rice. This is genuinely one of my absolute favourite spots to eat, especially when I need a little comfort. I timed it perfectly and got here right before peak hour, so I scored a table instantly and the food was ready within a minute. Go-to order is the steamed chicken breast set. It comes with a massive bowl of cabbage soup, pickled vegetables, and their signature sauces. Cabbage soup is incredibly generous and has this slightly spicy, peppery zing to it. I love the broth so much, I usually eat more of it than the actual rice. The pickles are a massive serving of cucumber, pineapple, and red onion, but I usually skip those. The absolute star is the chicken. Usually, chicken breast is a dry, sad affair. Not here. Here, it's unbelievably tender, juicy, and showered in a mountain of fried garlic. The rice has a distinct yellow tinge, which I think comes from turmeric. It doesn't have that heavy, classic chicken fat flavour, but that's fine, because I love scooping up the savoury soy marinade from the chicken plate and drowning the rice in it. I finished my last bite just as the queue started building up. During peak hours, you're easily looking at a 30 to 50 minute wait. So strategy is everything. Now that I'm aggressively full, let's walk around the upper floors to digest. I randomly stumbled past this bakery I've somehow never noticed before. Their loaves are massive, so I bought half a loaf to try later. I did try it that night, and it tasted exactly like the bread you'd find in Europe. If you've been here when you were younger, the rest of the upper floors are a trip down memory lane. You've got old school hobby shops, another banana pie kitchen, retro music stores, printing shops, and even tuition centres. I also found a hidden empanada shop. Sadly, they were leaving for a delivery, so I couldn't get them fresh. Instead, I bought a few frozen ones to bake at home later that night. I'll definitely be coming back for the other flavours. If you're more of a night owl, there are a few other restaurants that open in the evening, and they're pretty popular. One I tried recently is Freebird. There's amazing fried chicken here. The vibe shifts from a quiet 1970s building to a very chill, sometimes rowdy night spot. And that ends our tour of Katong Shopping Centre. It's pouring now, and look who we found. The neighbourhood rooster has appeared again and is seeking shelter from the rain. It's time for me to go home. As promised, here is my spend for today. It would be much less without my Ghostbusters reading and the frozen empanadas. So, is Katong Shopping Centre worth the trip? If you're a hardcore foodie, a lover of retro architecture, or someone who just wants to step back in time, yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for coming with me today. See you in the next one.